Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tony's Picks TV show. I'm your host, Tony T, and what we're going to do is we're going to talk NBA basketball, and we're going to bring on the show Dave the Meatman Scandaliato from meatandpotatoes.com. Before we do, I just want to let everybody know about EAPicks.com. It's a sports monitor where handicappers monitor their selections and post their selections for the world to see. And we're going to bring on Dave right now. And Dave, it's a little rough night in the NBA last night. Golden State can't get the job done, but year to date on this free pick here on the EAPicks.com sports monitor, you've been performing very well.
Yeah, we're not going to win them all, and of course, as soon as I saw that Golden State went from a small underdog to a small favorite, I knew I was done. But, you know, you can't run on the internet and start doing program after program and this and that and the other thing. You just got to take your medicine. I mean, anytime I give out a small dog on this program and you go to bet it and it's now a small favorite, forget about it, baby. And I'm not making excuses. As you know, Tony, I don't make excuses. I use my real name. I walk around here in Las Vegas. I got nothing to hide. My phone number's out there for everybody to get in touch with me 24/7, 365. I do not make excuses. You will never hear me say, well, we lost the game, but we had the right side. No. When you lose, you had the wrong side. It's as simple as that. You didn't have the right side. Right side of what? People called me up. I had under the total on Sunday with the San Francisco and Seattle. They're like, oh, well, I had over the total. I had the right side. Like, yeah, I didn't see you in line cashing at the window, Mr. Right Side. What do you think? Just everybody was in moron on the wrong side? So I don't make any excuses. But, you know, I know you got a lot of people that watch this. And just once again, keep this in mind. If I give out a play on this program and it's a small underdog and you go to bet it, it's a small favorite, you're on your own, brother. That's all I got to say.
All right, Dave, I know you've selected a play here from the NBA on Tuesday's card. We've got the Sacramento Kings on the road to face the Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans coming off a nice win on the road at Memphis on Monday night, and they're a short favorite here. We got them down as a 1-point favorite with a total of 203.5. Sacramento, we know, not a very good team, and they're on the road here to face the Pelicans. How do you see this one, Dave?
Believe it or not, with only 5 games on the card on Tuesday in the NBA, I really like a lot of plays. I really like this Oklahoma City Thunder Portland Trailblazers game, and I really like this Utah Jazz Minnesota Timberwolves game. If you do some handicapping, you'll see that there's a team in both series that pretty much owns the other one. You'd be kind of surprised if you do a little stat checking. But I decided to go with this game because, you know, I think the Pelicans, they're not a bad team, and Sacramento is a bad team on the road, and you only got to lay 1 point. And the Pelicans defeated Sacramento early this year, and they always play good at home against the Sacramento Kings. Of course, all NBA teams play good at home against the Sacramento Kings. So it's not really anything to brag about. I like the fact that all the Pelicans have to do is win the game, and that worst case scenario, we get our money back. But I think that the New Orleans Pelicans, I think they're a better team. They're at home. They're playing a team that they just beat a couple of weeks ago. And this is a good spot for New Orleans. Their competition lately has been brutal. I mean, including having to play the Golden State Warriors the other day. They had a back-to-back against the Dallas Mavericks recently. Play San Antonio, the Spurs. So this is kind of a soft spot for the Pelicans on Tuesday night. I'm going to try to take advantage of that. I'll take New Orleans at home minus 1 point.
All right, Dave says take the Pelicans minus the 1 point as they face the Sacramento Kings. Dave, I count there's 5 NBA games on the card. Do you have any more action going?
Yeah, like I said, I got 2 games are going, and if you want to pick those plays up, I'll give them to you right over the phone. what I try to do, Tony, is I try to give the players a couple of free days because this NBA is super tough. I mean, but I don't know a lot of people that win at the NBA. To be honest with you, it's a long season. It's a grind. Last 6 months. I mean, we're going to be playing NBA basketball all of February, all of March, all of April, all of May. I mean, it never comes to an end. I mean, we got 4 months every day from 2 to 12 games on a schedule. And, it's definitely a marathon. So what I like to do is give people a couple of days worth of plays, and then they get a feel for my handicap and style, and they understand that you can win money betting pro basketball if you know how to do it. Just give me a call. I'm out here in Las Vegas. I don't have any wife. I don't have any kids. I don't have an ex-wife. Some people say I don't have a wife, but I don't know. I'd beg to differ. I love living out here in Las Vegas and Sin City. This is where the Meatman was meant to be. So give me a call, 1-888-375-2710, 1-888-375-2710. The later you call, the better. That's how I look at it. But if I do miss your call because I'm sleeping or doing whatever you do in Las Vegas, baby, on a whatever night, it's always a Saturday night in the Meatman's world, just to let everybody know. I will definitely get back with you. Don't have your credit card out. You ain't got to worry about that. Believe me, I'll make you get it out later on after you say, man, this guy's pretty good picking pro basketball games. I give you one here on the program already. Like I said, I know I got 2 more going on Tuesday. You're one phone call away, 1-888-375-2710.
All right, everyone in the audience out there, be sure to give Dave a call on his comp pick hotline. You see the number 888-375-2710. And, of course, Dave has a really good record here on the eapicks.com TV show. And, Dave, I know the Super Bowl is just a little less than 2 weeks away. And we're gonna whet the audience's appetite here and check your record from the NFL. Now we go up to this is the eapicks.com sports monitor. This is the eapicks.com TV show, and this is where handicappers document the records. So we're gonna bring up the NFL records here, Dave, and we're going to bring it up, and we're going to look at we got the plays graded through Sunday's action, and we're seeing that you retain your number 1 spot on the eapicks.com as monitored. 95 and 75 winning record, nearly 20 units on the season, Dave. Excellent job.
Yep, the NFL has been very, 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 very good to Dave the Meatman Scandaliato in 2013, and it's even gotten better in 2014. And another perfect day on Sunday. Either 2-0-1 or 3-0, depending on how you want to grade it. But no plays came anywhere near or close to losing. And the Super Bowl. The problem with this game coming up here, Tony, is the weather. And it's going to be really hard to make a decision on the Super Bowl up until 24 to 48 hours before kickoff, because it could be a running game. It could be a passing game. Nobody knows what they're going to do. I mean, if the wind's blowing, it's pouring out rain, it's snowing, it's a horrible day, which is very likely to, I was watching something on the Weather Channel the other day that was showing the statistics of a regular day in New York City, what the weather could be like. I mean, this thing could have total disaster written all over it. So, you're not going to know if they're going to run the ball on every down. If it's a beautiful day, I mean, hey, we might get up Super Bowl Sunday. It could be 50 degrees in New York City with no wind. So it's going to be a real tricky game to handicap. I know we're going to be doing a segment on the Super Bowl soon, but as of right now, with about 300 hours to kickoff, Meatman still hasn't made up his mind who I'm going with yet.
All right, Dave, still not committed on the Super Bowl. He wants to make sure that he gets a good weather, a feel for the weather. And, when you're ready to call, Dave, on the Super Bowl, I just want to let everyone know your performance here as we look here at the game-by-game performance in the NFL playoffs. We've got the plays graded through Sunday's action. And Dave started the playoffs in the NFC wildcard round with a win. As you can see here, he had the Colts plus 2.5. Then he came in with the Saints in the wildcard round against the Eagles plus 3. He won again under the total of 55 with the Saints and Eagles. Wins again with the Chargers getting 7 points. He pushed with the Saints plus 8 in the divisional round against Seattle, but most everyone won that game because the Saints were getting 9 points, even up to 10 in some places. His loss came with the Colts against the Patriots in the divisional round. Then 49ers in Carolina under 41 in the divisional round was a winner. Money line with San Francisco minus 130 was a winner. We now go into the NFC and AFC championship games. They're now graded and plays available at EA Picks for you to verify. New England at Denver, under 56.5. Easiest winner you're going to have in a championship game. Denver, minus 5.5. Winner. And then, of course, we got 49ers at Seattle, under 40. He gets the push, the tough luck push on the monitor, but that game was 40.5. So some people went 3-0. In those games. As a matter of fact, those two ties could actually be wins on Dave's record. But we're going to work. He's graded by the monitor odds. When we add up the Dave's record during the playoffs, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties. That's outstanding performance, Dave. You can actually make a case of a 10-1 record in the NFL playoffs.
Oh, if I was releasing games at Vegas Inside or Covers or Don Best or pregame, believe me, those 2 games would have been winners. Don't worry about that. But unfortunately, when you put the plays in at EAPicks.com, where they use the line from bookmaker Chris, Costa Rica International Sports. So at the time that I put the play in at the monitor, that was the current line at Chris. So that's the line that I have to use. I can't make up my own number like they do at these other places. I mean, basically they make up their own number. They put whatever, they put the best line available. Because what happens is, Tony, as you can see, if you can get a half a point to a point on every game that you release, you will improve your winning percentage by 5% over a 100-game period. And just look at me, for example, through the playoffs, I got 2 pushes that could easily be wins. So instead of my winning percentage being mid-90%, I got to settle for 8-1, which is, 80-something%. So, we know that when your winning percentage is so high, it's not that, it's high. The math kind of sounds goofy, but when you're a 52, 51, 50% handicapper, and you able to foogaboo a half a point or a point on every game that you give out, you could easily turn yourself into a winning handicapper. But what happens is the guys that are buying the plays aren't getting the lines that you're getting, so they're not winning. They're juicing out or losing straight up. Plus, they got to pay the fee to buy the picks, and the whole thing just turns into an absolute burial. So I don't mind the way that EA Picks is set up. Like I said, it is what it is. I could have easily said the Saints were getting 8.5, 9. At one point, they were getting 10 against the Seattle Seahawks in that playoff game out here in Las Vegas. I got 8. So I could have easily put some there, but that's what's good about EAPicks.com. When you see a handicapper and you see their record, that's legit, baby, because they're using a line from where the line originates, which is Chris, Costa Rica International Sports.
That's right. And unlike other places, in some monitors, you're able to delete the play. Let's say you get a better number, the line moves to 41, and you're monitored at 40. There are some monitors out there where you can delete your play and then re-enter it, getting the better number. That's something that is forbidden here at EAPicks.com.
Right. I used to be over at the Track Picks, and, my man Dan's a good guy, but that was one of the things. You'd have people that get there on a Sunday, the lines would come out, they would put the plays out, and then if the line moved 2-3 points, they'd delete the play and resubmit it, or just delete it altogether. Come on, man. That's not how you run a monitor. Once the play's in, the play's in. That's it. That's it. I mean, look, that's it. Once it's in, it's in. You don't put plays in and then delete them. Okay, that ain't how this works, all right? When you put the plays in, you put the plays in. You hear about this and that. Oh, this guy's hurt. Now I'm deleting the play a half hour before the game starts. No, it don't work like that. And, no deletion or nothing. There's no delete button on the EA Picks website. Heck, if you even hit the submit button, it don't even ask you if you want to confirm. That's it, man. So you better make sure you know what you're doing when to put the plays in at EA Picks, because you only got one crack at it. And no, believe me, believe me, when you're 20 units on the plus side in the NFL at EAPicks.com, that's a tough nut to crack because, like I said, you had to do it against the real line, not these made-up lines that, guys like Ted Savansky and some of these other bozos out there that never. All right, we'll just leave it at that.
Right. David, that's one of the reasons. When you look at the stable of the handicappers, you don't see a lot of handicappers documented on EAPicks.com, and it's because it is the toughest place to win because it's the most legitimate monitor out there on the net, as you explained.
Oh, they scared. There's no doubt. And some big name guys have come on EA Picks and then they've stopped putting their plays up there because they weren't getting the best of the number. I mean, these guys that are releasing the plays, when they release them, they getting the best of the number every time. Because, like I said, the math has proven over time that you will improve your winning percentage by 5% if you get the best of the number. Now, remember, there's two kind of best of the numbers. There's the best of the number out here in Las Vegas. Everybody's got 8. The win's got 8.5. I went and got to the win, and I got the best of the number. And then there's the best of the number that when they make up the number, make it 9.5, all right, where there are no 9.5s. And they tell you that some rogue offshore sports book in the middle of nowhere had this line up for 15 minutes, and that's what they're going with. Look, most people bet the day of the game. 90% of all money wagered on sports is wagered on the day of the game. Nobody cares about what you got on Tuesday in some third world banana republic country, okay? What is your pick today with the regular spread, the real spread, the number that's hanging in the casino now? And that's what you get at EAPicks.com, and it scares many handicappers, many handicappers away, and that's. I mean, it explains it all. I mean, it's self-explanatory.
It certainly is, David. Just to recap, we talked about Dave's comp pick hotline, and he did give out a selection from the NBA. He's going with the Pelicans, and if you like his best bet of the day for the NBA on Tuesday, give him a call on his comp pick hotline, 888-375-2710. He needs a little more time for the Super Bowl because, we need to find the weather situation. I understand there's going to be a huge snowstorm tomorrow in New York City for the next 3 days, but we don't know what next week's going to bring. So we still got to sit back and wait. And speaking about that, Dave, I know you are going to have a props package for the Super Bowl, so we should let the audience know that. Write the number down, keep it handy. If you want to call Dave and just introduce yourself to Dave, and you can, Dave, they can leave you their number with you, and you can call them back, even though we're about over a week away, nearly under 2 weeks away from the Super Bowl. They can call you and leave their number with you, and you can call them back, right, when you come in with your Super Bowl play and your props?
Yes, and we'll have the proposition plays, and once again, I mean, this is going to be one of these things where it's $99, and I'm going to either A, tell them to you over the phone personally, or B, email them to you, or about 30 hours before game time. And once again, I mean, everybody's got to pay attention in a snowstorm that's going to come through New York this week and ask themselves, what are you going to do next week if this is the game? I mean, what are you going to do? Now, granted, Denver, that's a cold weather team, and Seattle's a kind of a cold weather team, and both teams are kind of used to playing in miserable conditions, so it's not too bad. It's not like you got the New Orleans Saints, a team built for a dome stadium, or like the Detroit Lions or something like that. So I mean, you do have two teams that play with an open air stadium. So I mean, but it's just too early to tell. It's too early to tell. It might be a beautiful day. I mean, if it's a beautiful day, I think Peyton Manning's going to go bananas, personally. I mean, I think if I wake up on Super Bowl Sunday and it's 55 degrees in New York City and there's no wind, anything like that, I think Peyton Manning just goes bananas, personally. I mean, this guy's on a mission. You say whatever you want about this dude. This guy's pretty good. He's pretty good. And, I mean, and we all know Seattle can score. We all know that the Seahawks, you move to football. But, I mean, what happens when you get up, like I said, on Sunday morning, and all right, here's the picture from the MetLife Stadium, and you can't even see it. You can't even, where's the stadium at? Where's the players? Where's the ball? I mean, how are you going to bet over the total in that? I mean, you can't even throw the ball when you can't move. You can't do anything. So it's definitely going to be one of these wait-and-see kind of things. And the proposition bets are all going to be live. Because what's going to happen is everybody comes to town, everybody wants to get the best of this and that and all this nonsense, and they run out there, and all the prop lines are going to be moved and bet big time, and then the Meatman is going to slither in like a rattlesnake, and I'm going to pick up all the stuff that I know is going to happen. And these prop bets are easy. Once again, I'll have no early releases, and $99 gets you all of my Super Bowl proposition plays. 1-888-375-2710. Talk directly with me, Dave Scandaliato. I'm the guy that answers the phone. Not many people, they go, I can't believe you answered the phone. I cannot believe I dial this number and you picked it up. And sometimes like today, I mean, it rings all day. They hear me in the background. I'm in casinos and this and that, the other thing. Call me. You tired of paying a bookie? Call me. 1-888-375-2710.
Dave, be sure to give Dave a call on his comp pick online for the Super Bowl props. We touched base on this yesterday. I mean, the prop picks are easy, are easier for you because you got several years of experience. But for someone who doesn't, it can be very overwhelming because there's just so many sheets. I mean, if you're online, I mean, there's just a lot of props, and people may struggle trying to find the right one to play.
Some of the casinos out in Las Vegas said they're going to start releasing their props on a Thursday. That means most of the online casinos will start releasing theirs on Wednesday. so if you know what I mean. Yeah, but what's going to happen is there's going to be so many prop bets, it's going to be mind-boggling. And a lot of people, what's going to happen is if you sign up for that package, you might have to call me on the phone and say, Meatman, I play at X book. Can you look at the props and see which ones that my book has and help me win some money? Because, some of the prop bets I release, you might not be able to get down on. I mean, Johnny Avello might have something over at the Wynn Casino that your Banana Republic Sportsbook doesn't have. I might be able to walk over to William Hill, one of the largest sports books in the world, and they might have something. And your local guy using a website, as a paperhead thing, he might only have 20 props on the board. So I definitely understand I'm going to have to work with you. I got no problem with that. I plan on spending, about an hour with each person, making sure that they're on the right side, the right bets, the right numbers, the right calls, the right everything. And you can make money doing this, but two heads are better than one. Remember, the casinos, the sports books have hundreds of people working for them, setting these props, doing all this stuff. And you're going to go to battle with them by yourself? Good luck. Take the number one guy in the NFL at EA Picks in 2013 with you and turn the tables on these SOBs. You can take their money, but you got to know which games to play. 1-888-375-2710. You're one phone call away from making it happen.
All right, be sure to give Dave a call on his comp pick hotline. You saw the records we've documented for you. Number one in the NFL, as documented at the EAPicks.com Sports Monitor. Outstanding results here as we went through here is game-by-game playoff performance. Outstanding. And, and the prop up positions, again, give him a call and review. Let's review what we talked about today. Dave gave us free NBA play for tonight for Tuesday's action. It's New Orleans Pelicans -1. If you're looking for an NBA play, his best bet, give Dave a call on his comp pick hotline, 888-375-2710. The Super Bowl play, he's going to wait a little bit and we need to find out what the weather forecast is going to be. Also for the props, he's going to run a prop special but you've got to call him up at 888-375-2710. He'll have it for you at $99 for his prop package for the Super Bowl. But again, make sure you give Dave a call. I'd like to thank Dave for joining me here on the EAPicks.com Sports Monitor TV show, the #1 handicapper, as documented at the EAPicks.com Sports Monitor from the NFL this season. All right, that's going to do it for tonight. Remember, EAPicks.com is a sports monitor where handicappers document their plays for the world to see. I'm Tony T. We're going to come back tomorrow.
Thank you for using Blogged Radio. Goodbye.